Welcome to Trail Tales ARP
a running podcast for every type of runner.
with Sean Sobon and Russell the Runner.
Hey everybody, welcome to Trail Tales ARP, a running podcast. I'm your host, Sean Sobon. Just a quick episode for you today. Figured we'd do some catching up. First things first, I want to wish Russell the Runner the best of luck. He is currently out there on the trails running the Squamish 50-50. He's running 50 miles today, so we'll try to keep you updated on that. Best of luck to you, Russell. Hope you're feeling strong and doing well there today. So yeah, lots to talk about. I had figured that we'd update you on my injury situation. So for those of you who haven't been following on social media at Trail Tales ARP on Instagram, about a month ago, I ended up getting a full thickness groin tear on my left leg. It's not even a really great story. What happened was I was out at the park with my kids, and I had my dogs, Luna and Piper, with me, and I was standing in a spot that was a little bit wet on the lawn. And I ended up slipping and going into like a full side split, very hard, landed covered in mud. Felt that I was hurt, didn't know the extent of it, ended up walking back home, realized I couldn't lift my leg, and the pain was very severe. So I ended up getting a ride down to the hospital with my neighbor, and got ultrasound, and that's where we figured I had the full thickness tear. After that, I was kind of, in recovery mode and feeling okay. Every day I was starting to feel better, was able to move a little bit more. Things weren't so bad. Then we ended up going to my in-laws' house where my wife was going to help her dad replace some deck boards. And this is 5 days later, and I'm feeling pretty good. So I figured I'd do some light work. So I was just carrying a board across the deck, and I wasn't paying attention, and there was a board that was lifted up and ended up stepping right into the hole. And I fell through the deck, caught myself on the railing, ended up with a pretty bad bruise and tear on my left tricep as well, because I kind of grabbed out and reached the railing there. Anyways, that was worse than the initial tear. It was excruciating pain. So that laid me up and was a really big setback. That's where I started to develop all these bruising, and I'll put those into the video so you can see them. But they're also on the Instagram account. So yeah, that was really bad. So instead of feeling better each and every day, I was stagnant for about 2 weeks, which was really difficult because I've never actually been injured to the point where I can't physically do anything. Like I've worked through pain, I've exercised through pain and minor aches and pains and things like that, but never really an injury that was preventing me from doing anything. So that first 2 weeks was hard. I needed crutches, and I ended up using a cane and very minimal movement. And then after about 2 weeks, I started noticing some small increments of improvement. And now I'm at the point in my recovery where, well, first off, I'm back to work, which I'm thankful for. I'm able to cycle. I'm able to do some weightlifting, which is helping me keep my sanity. Still a ways away from actually being able to run again, just because there's a good chance I could re-tear it if I end up, especially on trails, uneven terrain, if I turn or twist the wrong way or fall, it could be worse. So want to try to avoid doing that again. But yeah, otherwise I'm feeling pretty good. Pain is at a very minimum. So recovery is going pretty good. Interestingly enough, this groin was giving me trouble late fall last year, and ended up going to the doctor because I thought maybe I was developing a hernia, but turned out it was just, said I was diagnosed with a strain. So just kind of took it easy. I didn't play hockey at all last winter, just because, wanted to protect the groin and let it heal. And then I often wonder if, this fall, if I would have actually torn it had I not already had that strain in place, because it was starting to act up a little bit prior to this happening. But it is what it is. I'm doing well anyways. Been training lots on our Peloton cycle and bike, and it's been good tracking my fitness there, and I'm back to where I was kind of pre-injury, which was pretty cool milestone for me, to say the least. But yeah, so that's kind of the injury update. I'll show you. You know what? You're gonna love this. I'm gonna splice this into our video for YouTube. So if you're listening to this, you're gonna want to go check out the YouTube channel. I'll put the video in of where I fell on the deck, because we caught it on the security camera. So funny thing about that was I was in really horrible pain, and about an hour went by. I was kind of settled down, medication kicking in. So I looked at my wife, and she was standing over me. I'm like, Okay, you can laugh now. And immediately she was on the floor, like in tears, laughing so hard at me just because it's funny. I don't care. It hurt, but you know what? People falling down is funny. It's just the way it is. And as she was laughing, I realized, you know what? Your dad has security cameras out there. I bet you it caught it on camera. So of course it did, and I have the video, so you'll get that on YouTube. Yeah. So, anyways, Russell, when you hear this, buddy, we are thinking of you. You're currently running as we record, so hope things are going well for you. Can't wait to hear all about it. Yeah, so that's pretty much kind of the update right now. I have a little article I wanted to go over with you guys. Thought it would be kind of funny. So it's from Runner's World 2018, and the title of the article is "A Tame Swan, a Fake Butt, a Leonard Nimoy LP." That's Spock, by the way. A 49 more insane things runners have discovered. So this is by Paul Snyder from Runner's World magazine, published on February 1st, 2018. Runnersworld.com. I'll put the link in the show notes. So essentially, what Runner's World did is they tweeted, or now I guess we're going to call it X. I don't know, tweeted or X, I'm not sure, but anyways, on X. Back in 2018, it was still Twitter. So they just kind of put it out there to see what the weirdest things runners stumbled upon during a run. They actually tweeted that out in November of 2017. So going back a few years, but this stuff's still kind of funny. So I'm just going to kind of handpick a few examples here. So this one's pretty cool, kind of weird things to find on the run. Not really weird, kind of more lucky, I guess. Somebody had tweeted, this is Chemgirl 007 tweeted, "Today I found $100 bill on the side of the road during my run." So I found 20 bucks once on the run. So, you know, running is good for you and for your wallet sometimes. A gallon bag of pot clearly thrown out a car window. A bag with $750, some needles, an individual's ID, and surprise, surprise, a card for the next parole officer appointment. This person at John Wright went to the police station to turn it in, but they had a hard time convincing them that they were legit. Somebody found a toy chicken and their dog took it home. An unopened bottle of white wine. Not a rare scene in Pittsburgh, but empty cans of Iron City beer dispersed throughout the trail. Let's see. Somebody found an LP of Leonard Nimoy singing Proud Mary. Somebody found a strange hat with a secret pocket that had $300 in it and a tiny figurine of Dick Tracy. Somebody found a prosthetic butt. No, really, I think it was padding. Someone might wear it in their jeans to look more curvaceous. Found it discarded on a popular paved trail in a suburban town. A neighbor processing a roadkill moose with a chainsaw. Alaska problems. That's nasty. Somebody actually saw a chicken crossing the road and they took a picture of it. So that's pretty cool. This one kind of stings a little bit. A failed wedding proposal, and the runner was the only witness, from Rob de Jensen. A building demolition expert. We collided into one another, thinking it was fate. We went for drinks. It didn't work out. I'm an architect. Somebody says here, Christina Uderna, I don't know how to say her name. Off-road trail run on Veterans Day years ago, running alone, but met a guy wearing a Civil War uniform. Still think I may have been hallucinating. Or maybe it was a reenactment and I was lost. Okay, there's a nasty picture here. Somebody who lives in South Oklahoma. After a festival, they went to a porta potty and there was a giant catfish sticking out of the toilet. And there's something in its mouth, but it's a blurry picture. Really gross picture. I don't recommend looking at it. You're not going to miss anything. When I ran the Portland Marathon, I passed another runner who stopped on the side of the course and was smoking a cigarette. It was mile 20 or 21. There's a guy here wearing like a Borat-style bathing suit, mankini, at Queenstown, the marathon there. A guy using a shop vac on his lawn. I know that can kind of seem weird, but you know what? I've never used a shop vac on my lawn, but I have used it on my driveway because you can just reverse it. And instead of using it for suction, you can use it, you can get the exhaust and you can use it as a leaf blower. And I've done that on my driveway too. So I bet you that's what that person was doing. I hope that's what that person was doing. I don't know why you'd want to vacuum your front lawn. New York City classic, a guy spitting on runners, missed this author by inches. And in Austin, a guy pointed a crossbow as they ran by him. That would be pretty scary. One person says they were stopped mid-run for an interview on the local news about a human pooping on the running trails. It happens to the best of us. Last one here. I'm not going to go through the whole article. A dude who looked like Richard Simmons jogging only in a banana hammock while two toy poodles ran along next to him on a trail. Getting some canicross in, maybe some poodle canicross. Anyways, if you want to see the rest of the article, the link is going to be in the show notes, runnersworld.com. Some lighthearted stuff there. Anyways, I think that's about all I have for you right now. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm here rehabbing still. Really looking forward to getting out, being able to run. Certainly miss it, especially now that I can't do it. But we'll be out there again sometime soon. Russell, good luck, buddy. Hope you're crushing the trails out at Squamish 50/50. Everybody else, run wild. We'll catch you soon.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Trail Tales ARP, a running podcast from Sean Sobon and Russell the Runner. Thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at trail_tales_ARP. Check out our YouTube channel at Trail Tales ARP, and you can catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. Catch you next time. Run wild.
No, I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so wide, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate, I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I